Before I show the completion, I just wanted to go through exactly why I found this level so difficult and why I hated it so much, because this is, without exaggeration, the single worst level I've ever played. Nothing else even comes close, not Ado, not Hellgate, not Cataclysm, not Endless Dream, nothing. There's so much wrong with this level that I felt I should just go through the whole thing. The first 5% is honestly fine. It's hard, the UFO is a little awkward, but it's normal. Then you get to 6%. The gap at 6% and the one at 7%, it's the same thing but upside down, are two of the worst choke points I've ever seen in this entire game. You have to sit through 15 seconds of the first 5% to just immediately die to one. Then the rest of the ship isn't free either, so it's even worse. Then it's free until the drop. The wave spam is just RNG. Like, I had a click pattern that sometimes worked, but then it sometimes didn't, and I don't know why. Like, I just would lose consistency completely. And then the ball after it is also terrible, because you have to click off a slope, and it's just basically RNG. You sometimes die for no reason. Then the straight fly with the teleport portals is silly. I don't like it. 20 to 30 is fine. Then that part's fun, honestly. It's the most fun part of the level, probably. It's still boring. Then the 32% ball. Blind transition into a really, really awkward slope click. And then the rest of it's awkward and hard. I don't like it either. That ball's bad. Then the cube after is really awkward. There's just spikes around for no reason. You can just die. I found you buffer the first, second, and fourth orbs, and you hit the third one a bit late, and it works mostly. Then the last thing before the break is the ship, which is genuinely the only good ship in the whole level. It's the only one that I don't hate. Then the break part's fine. And then the wave at 45 is just the drop one, but shorter, so it's not quite as bad. But, then after that is 51, which is genuinely the worst click in any level I've ever played, probably. Because your height is completely different entering the ship portal every single time, because you're a UFO. So you have to hold slightly differently on this stupid green orb, and sometimes you just hit the ceiling, or you die in the straight flight. Like, it's so bad. And then that same ship is still bad, because at 52 you go through a yellow portal, and it's just really awkward. Then after that, it's fine. 58%, there's a ball click that I mind blocked for no reason. It's not hard. I just died there a bunch from 0 and in runs, because I mind blocked it for no reason. I clicked late a bunch. Then you have the 61 UFO, which is really, really, really awkward. It doesn't feel... Even when you get it, it doesn't feel like it's gonna work. And it took me a while to find a consistent setup for it. You have to hold and then hit the first green orb late as late as possible. And then the two other ones you just buffer, but it still looks like you're gonna die, which led to me panicking and thinking I died. So some deaths like this happened. Then after that is break time, which I mind blocked only from 44%. I didn't mind block it from 0, luckily. I only died there once. It's fine, because it's just triples. Then after this is Yuho, which is the best part decoration-wise, the best part, like, atmosphere-wise. But the gameplay's so bad, dude. So the transition is entirely setup-based. It's entirely dependent on when you do the triple. So you can either you're either forced to hold the whole way, and if you do it really early, you just die. But if you go too late, you can't hold at all, or you die. And because I was nervous, I ended up forgetting what to do, and I would die there from 0, because I just forgot how long to hold. So that's annoying. Then you turn into from a ship into a UFO, which is really awkward, because you can't see, because they decided to make it completely dark. And you become big before you become UFO. So it's really weird. You have to do it specifically, and then being blind just makes it worse. And then the first two clicks of the ball after then the rest of the ship is fine. I mind blocked 79, then it's the ball. The first two clicks are hard, but it's like fine. Then after that is Lassie Boys part, which I thought was just Yuho. It's just forgettable. The only hard thing is the swing, the 2-click swing. Then lemons. Lemons, 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 lemons. Lemons has two hard things and they both suck. There's 94, which is you jump off a slope, so your height and momentum is entirely different, so you have to time the green orb completely differently every time. And then there's a hard robot click after. It's just bad. Then the robot's free, and then 98 is just... 98 isn't even bad. It's just so hard. You have to, like, do the weird thing where you swing up and go back down. And then, because my laptop is not very good, I lagged a bunch there, so it definitely... I don't know if that really made it harder, but it didn't help at all. Okay. So those are my thoughts on the actual level. So now I'm going to go through my experience with it. If you're from the GDDP Discord server, which, like, 95% of people watching this video, like, you're probably from there, so just bear with me. I'm going to repeat a lot. I started Carnage mode on November 29th, 2024, because I made a ladder starting with U-235 was the first level on there, and it was a bunch of levels I wanted to do before going for Artificial Ascent, which was going to be my new hardest. But I only played... So Carnage mode was the last level there, and I only played it for like 2 days, and then I dropped it because it was boring, and I played Hot Rod instead. And Hot Rod is peak. Play that. Don't play Carnage mode. But then I went back to Carnage mode, and I just randomly... I got like 51, the stupid click. But then I did this, somehow. I don't know what happened. That was like... immediately. That was the stupidest fluke of my life. But then after that, like, I still stay, even though 14 to 100, like, that's all the difficulty except the first ship. I just got demotivated because it's so boring from 0. And I couldn't get back to the second drop, and I honestly almost just dropped the level because it's so boring. But then I like, played Phobos or something. But then I did a couple more attempts. I got 53. And then this happened. I fluked 53 to 98, which was, fluking all of Yuho and, like, all that wasn't expected, but dying at 98 was expected. 98's impossible. I wasn't really mad. So, but, like, I'd gotten a 98. Hopefully it wouldn't take too long. Right? After another... I played for another 6 days, and I finally got there again. And 98 times 2. Then a little while after this, I dropped it. It was just too stressful and too demotivating. Like, I just hated it. I needed to play something else, so I did Conical Depression, Black Lights, Azurite Bacillo, Red World Rebirth, as well as some Insane Demons. So 5 extremes, a couple insanes. Then I finally felt ready to go back. I didn't really expect to get that much progress, but on my very first day back, I got all the way back to Lemons, past 94, the silly robot, and then... But I didn't care. Like, that 98 is hard. The very next day, I got there again, back to Lemons, and... I did not beat it. I kept playing for a couple more days, but I just had to give up again. It's so bad, dude. And, like, not playing it sucked, but actually just playing the level was so terrible. I hated it so much. So I got my 4th 98 on January 15th, 2025. So then in the full month after, I tried to come back a couple times, but I just couldn't. It was way too hard, way too stressful. When I started playing it, I thought it was a 3rd hardest, easier than Endless Dream and Rash, and harder than Blade of Justice. But at this point, there was no doubt in my mind it was harder than Endless Dream. I still do think it's harder than Endless Dream. So after I dropped it for the second time, I just did more extremes. I did Fexty for some reason, Daydream, Brownwa, Athanatos, and Worst Trip, and N0. Athanatos and Worst Trip are both above Carnage mode on the ARADL. So is Hot Rod for some reason. Hot Rod is not that hard at all. Yeah, Worst Trip is by the ARADL my hardest. It's not. It's my 4th hardest. Yeah, after N0, I was just like, let's just try Carnage mode again. I didn't really have expectations. I expected to just drop it again, but I was like, let's just try it. I played for like an hour, and I only got 59. I didn't get any other good runs past like 30. Yeah, I got 59, and I honestly almost dropped it again. But then later that day, I just like went back on GD. Because I was bored, and I wasn't even gonna play Carnage mode. I just played Sakupin Hell, which is somehow better. Somehow Sakupin Hell is better than Carnage mode. And I got 53 and I got 55, which are both in the ship. Then I got bored of that and started playing Thanatophobia, and I got dropped to 100. Then I was like, just do one attempt on Carnage mode. And I passed the first ship, I passed the wave, like the drop wave, I passed the entire first drop, passed 45, passed 51, passed 61, passed break time, passed the Yuho transition, Yuho, I don't know how to say it, passed Yuho, passed Lassie Boy, passed the swing. So I'm back at Lemons. I was going to beat it, and I died at 94. So at this point, I have 8 Lemons deaths. So my total death list at this point, I had a total of 77 second drop deaths. At this point, I had 45 times 11, 50, 51 times 13, 52 times 5, 53 times 5, 56 times 2, 58 times 3, 59 times 2, 60, 61 times 5, 62 times 6, 71, break time death, I don't know why I did that, 73 times 5, 74, 75, 77, 78, 79 times 2, 81, 86, 87. Then in Lemons, 92 times 2, 94 times 2, and of course, 98 times 4. So yeah, 77. So then I just like, yeah, I got 94. I was just, why don't I just play a little bit more? So I just practiced Lemons, Meta and Yuho a bit, I don't know. And then I went back from 0. No expectations. Then 5 attempts later, I did this.
No way. No way. I beat it. No. No way. I beat it. I beat it. Yes! No way. No way. It's over. Oh my god! 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 I beat it! I beat it! Fuck you! I beat it!
I just wanted to say, like, one more thing before the video ends, and it's that I genuinely could not have done this without the support of everyone in the GDDP Discord server. Like, this is the worst experience I've ever had with anything in this game, and I genuinely couldn't have done it without all of you. Especially, Cerulean, Sukuk, I don't know how to say your name, Corrupted, and Dakix. You were there for, like, I don't know how to say your name either. You guys were there for, like, the whole thing, and just thank you all so much. You guys and just everyone else. It means so much to me. Thank you.